Hey everyone, it's Kate Joy. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day today so far. Welcome to Sweet to the Soul. For those of you, if this is your very first video of mine that you're watching, I hope you guys are also having a blessed day so far. Today I am so excited to make this video. This is a video that I wanted to make for a long time, but I feel like I'm in a good space to make this today for you guys. So the reason I'm so excited is today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my experiences on becoming a first-time mom, but also becoming a first-time stay-at-home mom. So I'm going to be talking about that transition from like working to staying at home. So I'll be kind of touching on both of those topics today, but most of all, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my struggles with postpartum depression, the struggles of the transition to mom life. I just want to be really honest, very real, very transparent with you guys. I want you guys to get to know me a little bit more, but most of all, I just want moms out there that are watching this, future moms, moms to be, I want you guys to know that you are not alone in these struggles, that the transition into motherhood is so difficult. It's a really difficult transition, and postpartum depression is a real thing and it's really difficult. So today in my video, I'll be sharing my top 3 biggest struggles into mom life in that transition, and I will also be sharing with you my top 3 biggest encouragements as well about how I've been overcoming and kind of working through and moving through and pushing through all of those struggles, and how I feel like I'm kind of coming out on the other side of those things. So I want to get real with you guys, but I also want to be really encouraging. I don't want this to be a downer video, all about depression. I want to share with you guys, encouragement as well, because that's really what moms should be here for. It's just to lift each other up. So without further ado, let's just get into this video, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. All right, so the very first thing I want to say jumping into this is that I think moms need to understand that change is traumatic. That, whether it's good change, bad change, if it's change for the better, it doesn't matter. That change, instant change, is traumatic, and there's a transition that always follows. And so it's very normal that once change happens, in that moment there's like a high of, oh my gosh, there's this new baby here, there's this change, this new addition to our family. But then soon after, you have to walk that transition out. And I think that walking out the transition is the most difficult part, because every baby is different, every mommy is different, every family is different, and there's no manual that can really ever tell you the perfect right way to walk out motherhood. And so you really have to figure it and feel it out yourself in your own way. So I would say that that's one of the biggest parts about motherhood that is so hard, is you just have to, you're a trailblazer and you have to make your own way into motherhood. Now, jumping into my struggles, the very first thing that I struggled with becoming a new mom is a loss of routine. Nothing in my life looked familiar. My sleep schedule was off. Babies control, in the very beginning especially, when I sleep, how long I sleep, how well I sleep. And, if they affect when I sleep, they also affect when I eat, if and when I eat, And so that's 2 main things that, really, really affect me emotionally. I would think to myself, when did I shower? Did I shower yesterday? Why am I wearing the same shirt that I put on 3 days ago? And really, just being honest, when you lose your routine, the days just tend to blur together. And so time almost feels like it slows down and speeds up all at the same time, and it can be jarring. So that's the number one thing that I struggled with, is feel like I didn't know what happened to my day. Is it nighttime? Is it daytime? And so my internal clock was all messed up, And it was so easy for me to get depressed and to get down on myself because everything was chaos, and it was so hard for me to transition out of that. Even as he's 3, 4, 5 months old, it's still a harder transition. So let me jump into my first encouragement about that, and things that I've done to kind of help with that craziness is I do recommend creating an outline of what your ideal day, I guess, would look like. Kind of create an ideal schedule for yourself, but make sure that you have grace with yourself, because babies are not meant to be programmed. They're human beings. You are a human being. And so just have grace. There are going to be days where that schedule gets pretty much thrown out the window, and that's okay. But at least you have something to kind of look back to. Eventually, you and your baby will start to kind of get into a rhythm of that schedule as you try to follow it more and more. And if you're not a big schedule person, one thing that I do to help me is in my phone, I set alarms. So 7 a.m. we wake up. 7:30, I'm feeding him. 8 o'clock, it's playtime. And then, it's playtime all throughout that. I eat breakfast at around maybe, when he's having playtime is when I eat breakfast. And then I feed him again at 9:30. I put him to bed for a nap at 10. And so I kind of have these alarms that go off at 7, at 7:30, at 8, or 8:15, 9:30, 10. And I have all these different alarms in my phone that say exactly diaper change and eat. Or you feed him for nap time, put him down for nap time. And so I have alarms in my phone to kind of create a structure that I try to follow the best that I can. And if I don't, you just have to have grace with yourself. So that's the number one encouragement and tip that I have for you guys, is to, I want to empower you to kind of create a schedule or an outline to follow. And the second thing that kind of goes into this is I went ahead and I did sleep training, which I know is kind of a sensitive topic for a lot of moms, but I sleep trained my son at 4 months old in less than a week. And he still sleeps all the way through the night. He sleeps really well. And I even sleep trained him for naps as well. And so he naps perfectly. He's napping right now. And he probably won't wake up for another hour. And so if you guys are having questions about sleep training, side note, I will link it above in the video. So I will put my link to my sleep training video. If you go ahead and watch that and you do, like it, but there's some things that you disagree with, in the description of that video, I will just say that I not only put a link to, I use the Ferber method for my sleep training on how to implement the Ferber method in a safe way, but I also put a link to many other sleep training methods for you guys. So if maybe the Ferber method and the one I use isn't for you, I did put a link to other sleep training methods. So I will just kind of put a disclaimer and link that above. But I did decide to sleep train because that also helped me take back my time, schedule his naps. Now he has a set bedtime. Now he has a set wake up time. And that kind of all helped me create a little bit more structure in my life and made me feel like I was taking back my day, taking back my time. And I think it's actually better for me and my son. Those are my two biggest things, is to kind of create an outline or schedule that you can always look back on, or set alarms in your phone to kind of keep you accountable, kind of keep a little bit of structure to your day, but to have grace with yourself when it doesn't go according to plan. And then the second thing is to sleep train or create some sort of bedtime routine, even if it's not a full sleep training the way I did it, just creating a level of routine when putting baby to bed, whatever that looks like. Now, the second biggest struggle that I had becoming a new mom is something a little taboo, but I obviously was lonely. There's, kind of a lack of community, a loss of community that you once had. Community doesn't look the way it used to, before I had him. But being lonely, and I'm going to kind of link this together, being bored. I feel like I've never heard anyone talk about this, but sometimes I get bored of my son. I mean, I love him to death. I'm not saying that I don't absolutely love him with everything in me, But especially newborn babies and just babies in general, they're really repetitious creatures. You know, especially in the beginning, they eat, sleep, and poop. You change their diaper, you feed them, you play with them just a little, they go back to bed. And even as they get older, it's like, you know, they need a lot of attention. They need you to really invest and be invested in their playtime. There's only so many times that I can shake the same rattle. There's only so many times that I can play with the same toys. There's only so many times that I can play peekaboo that, you know, until I get a little bit bored of the repetition. And I think that's normal. I've never had anyone talk to me about that before, but it's okay. It has to be okay. I mean, I've totally felt it, being lonely and bored. I can't have a conversation with my son the way that I would have it with my friends or just an adult conversation. Sometimes you just need an intellectual conversation to make you feel alive, to be 100% honest. So I think that's something that no one ever talked to me about, is just feeling lonely. I guess community just looked different. I didn't get to go hang out with my friends whenever I wanted to. There's a level of feeling tied down in a way. Like, can you take your son places and take your baby places? Of course. But at the same time, there are restrictions. There are things that's like, well, I can't stay out as long as I used to. There are things, it just looks different and it can be hard to adjust. And then when you are spending time with him at home, you're spending more time with him in the house, it can be kind of boring if you don't have, you know, stimulation, interaction with other adults, other people, like your friends, your spouse, your, you know, your partner, whoever that is. So that is my other biggest struggle. That was so hard. It's so depressing when you feel alone. That's like the biggest thing, is it just feeling alone. Feeling alone. I mean, gosh, it's like the worst feeling like you're alone in this. And it can be overwhelming. So that's my second struggle. And just kind of jumping into the encouragements with those, I don't know if this is your thing, and it's not necessarily something like that's my thing, but I joined a mommy group, and I really didn't realize how much I needed it, to talk to other moms, ask other moms, like, how's breastfeeding going for you? You know, oh, have you tried lactation cookies? Do they work? And just all these other questions, just random questions, you know. Oh, like, he started doing that already? And you kind of get to see how other babies are growing and developing, and see how they're similar and different to your own, like, son or daughter. And it's okay to kind of vent in a way and ask questions. So I started a mommy group was started in my church. It's just moms that kind of meet up at, you know, one mom's house. We all kind of get together, have coffee, tea, some breakfast, and the babies just kind of play and do their own thing. And, you know, even if we can't meet up in person, we do like Zoom meetings, or we can FaceTime, but it creates a level of community. So starting a mom group in some sort of capacity, even if it's just two other, you know, friends that you know that are moms or soon to be moms, like, maybe get together and just have a couple conversations. Even if we only meet once a month. This is not like a book club where we meet like every week and we discuss our homework. Like, no, we just meet up, have fun from like 9 to 11. We keep it pretty short, like 2 hours. Moms are busy. We only do it once a month, but it works. It's so awesome to have just a community of moms. I recommend that so heavily, even if that's not really your thing. Even if it's just like a Facebook mom group, do it. It's some sort of outlet for you. So that's the number one thing that I would say, is to start like a mom group in some sort of way. I think one thing that also helped me was to go outside. I can get bored and lonely if I feel like trapped in the house. If I go outside and I take my son on walks, even if he falls asleep, sometimes he does fall asleep, and I'll have like a headphone in and I can just like listen to music and walk. There's like a little park around my house that I can walk around, listen to music, just have fun by myself, walk and just get out into the fresh air, and it just clears my mind. And do I do it every day? I'm going to be 100% honest and say no. But even if you do it once or twice a week, just getting like the vitamin D from the sun, you know, that alone is like so refreshing and so healthy for you. And so It gets me out of my mind. I don't feel lonely. I don't feel as bored. There's always new things to look at, new people, new scenes. All like there's a dog that walks by and I get excited, like that kind of stuff. Just going outside can really help. And then I'm just gonna be really honest about my personal journey, but I also go to church, and that is a huge community for me. There's lots of people, lots of friends that I've made through my church body that I don't really know. I'm not saying that like you have to go to church, but I mean, my faith in my church body, my church community has helped me so much and supported me so much. And so that is also just an encouragement and something that's really helped me. So just sharing my personal journey with you. Jumping into my third struggle, the third biggest one that I've dealt with is I can tend to feel like I'm drowning. I feel overwhelmed. So this kind of plays a little bit more on the stay-at-home mom side. But being a mom, I used to work and now I'm staying at home. The transition from working to being home, it's both work, like it's both like a job in a way, but it's just different. And there's just a lot of things all at once. Doing the dishes, cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the bathroom, making sure the house is picked up, but also not being too rigid and letting him play on the floor with all of his toys scattered everywhere, and trying to make the bed and pick up his room, trying to find the time to organize. This doesn't even fit him anymore, this needs to be given away. Organizing his clothes and nursery organization, and I mean just all the above, laundry. And we don't have a laundry like hookup in our apartment, so I have to go out to go do laundry. And thank God for my mother and my mother-in-law. I love and honor them, and they have helped us either let us use their laundry or have done our laundry for us at times, and it is just absolutely a game changer. But for those of you that their situation like is different, I understand, but doing laundry is so time consuming, and babies make a lot of laundry, and my husband sure as heck makes a lot of laundry. So mountains of clothes, and then whenever it's clean, when do I put it away? It's just everything. The cloud of things to do, the to-do list that in my mind is just buzzing around. But then you also want to make time to just cherish and love and play with your son. Children, oh my gosh, if you have children, some that are older and one that's younger, it's like, how do you create the time? How do you do that? I would get so overwhelmed with my daily tasks. I felt like I had to do laundry, I had to do dishes, I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to do this, I had to do that, all in one day. And then when you don't get what you want to get done, it is so defeating and so difficult. Just thinking about it, I have to like take a deep breath. That's real life. No one's perfect, but the overwhelm is real, and you can feel really defeated when you don't get things done. If it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look, at least the way that you think it should look. That's the biggest struggle that can be really depressing. You can kind of just sink into yourself like, I'm never going to get this done. I don't have enough help. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy. I don't have this. I don't have that. And then it just you can sink into yourself. And so that is something that was very, very difficult for me. So let me share with you what I've done. I'm a big planner girl. But again, you can use your phone. You can use a physical paper planner like I do. You can have like a little count. Like I also have a little dry erase thing in my kitchen with like a little calendar. I mean, all the above, whatever works best for you. You can do all of that or none of that. But something that I did for myself that I recommend this to anybody, whether you're a mom or not. If you have stuff to do around the house, this helps me so much. I give myself one task a day. One. And I know that seems maybe counterintuitive. You're gonna be like, what do you mean? Then nothing else gets done. If you look at my planner, I have a day for every single thing that I have to do that week. So Mondays for me are cleaning days. After the weekend, I usually feel a little bit more rested. Monday is when I hit the ground running, and that's when I do all my cleaning. That's what I mean. Like, I dust, sweep, mop, vacuum, like that kind of thing. I do it once a week. Once, like one good deep clean of the house so that it's clean on Mondays, and I give myself all day to do it. So let's say I wake up and I do the dishes, and then he wakes up, and then 2 hours later I come back to the kitchen and finish the kitchen. And then maybe when he's in his nap time, I do the living room and the bathroom. And then I play with him some more, and then let's say I make the bed at 4 p.m., but that's fine. But I just kind of give myself all day to get my cleaning done. Tuesdays was really my free day. I give myself one free day a week, to where, like, if I needed to move around my schedule and make Tuesday my cleaning day because I have plans Monday, I can do that. So I have one free day a week. Wednesday is laundry day. I have like all day to do laundry, and that's all I need to do that day. Thursday is the day I run my errands. Friday is cooking day. Now, do you cook every day? Maybe, maybe not. But I try to meal prep, and try to really make multiple meals, maybe freeze some, refrigerate some, get some in Tupperware, try to make my husband's lunch ahead of time. That's my cooking day. Saturday is family day, and then Sunday we have church, and is also kind of whatever we have going on Sunday, because Sundays can tend to be busy days for us. But I had one thing a day. So every week, the laundry got done, the errands got run, the cooking got done, the house was clean, deep cleaned and cleaned well, and I had some free time. The only thing I will say is, for the rest of the week, even though Monday is cleaning day, that's when I deep clean, every single day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I pick up the house. It's just I just do walkthroughs. In the morning, I do a walkthrough and pick up the house. And then, I don't let things pile up. I don't let the house get filthy from Monday to Monday. Just Monday's when I deep clean. And then for the rest of the week, I just it's just maintenance. That's it. Friday, do I have to cook in between Friday to Friday? Yeah, but Friday's when I do my main cooking to make it easier for me all week. Thursday, I'm oh man, we're gonna be out of toothpaste. I need to make a quick run on Tuesday. Yeah, but Thursday is once a week. If I really need something, that's when I get the bulk of my things. One thing to do each day, so every week your stuff gets done. And that way you have all day to do one task, and you can manage it around your son or daughter, your baby, your children, whatever that looks like. It freed me up to spend so much more time with my son and enjoy my time and not feel like I'm stressed when I'm playing with him and saying, oh, I really have to do the laundry, but he's gonna cry if, it created so much more freedom just to manage my time that way. I think the last thing that I'll say is, if someone offers help in any capacity, accept the help. If someone wants to talk and says hey, if you ever need to talk or vent, I'm open, hey, whatever they offer, if they just ask how you're doing, in a good moment for you, take them up on that. I think that there's so many people that have offered me, whether it's just someone to talk to, whether it's food, whether it's, oh, I can help you with this, or I can come over and help you clean, especially in the beginning when my son was really, really little. People have offered me help, and I've thanked them, but I never followed through with it because I, for some reason, thought that, that's not what a good mom does, or in the back of my mind, I guess I didn't even realize, but I didn't actually accept help from people. And that is hard. My final tip is just accept help. When someone offers, whatever it looks like, no matter how big or how small, I encourage you, if you feel comfortable, if it's not just a complete stranger, if you feel comfortable, to take them up on those things, because you need all the help you can get, because Like, you just need to love on yourself. You need to love on yourself. You don't need to do it all on your own all the time. So that is my biggest thing. That's my encouragement. Those are my biggest struggles, my biggest encouragements. Overall, I can say I thank God. I give him all the glory for everything, because being a mom and in this new transition, this new role of mine has been so difficult. And I know it's so difficult for all of you out there. I know that it's not easy, but my faith, like, God has been so faithful to me and so gracious with me. And I feel like I'm just learning so much walking through all of this. I think that the biggest thing that really helps me above all else is just prayer. Praying, putting on worship music. Whatever for you creates peace in your environment of chaos, right? That is what I recommend for you. And other than that, I guess that's really all I have to say. I just want to say thank you for watching. If you have made it this far, I know, like, I try to make this video as short as possible because I guess I can maybe tend to rant a little bit, but I really wanted to make it short and sweet and to the point, but also very real, and I want to share my heart. I don't want to cut any of that out. I know I'm fairly new to YouTube. I'm just recently and starting my channel. Like, this is all very new to me. I'm learning as I go. I say that over and over, but if you have really enjoyed this video, if this was encouraging for you, if this was helpful, please leave a thumbs up. Please show me that you are listening, that there's, that I am helping you, that if in some way you want to share your story, like, leave that in the comments and I'll reply, like, but yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching this far. If you made it this far, I love you. Thank you for supporting me. Even if I've never met you, I just encourage you just to subscribe and join the Sweet to the Soul family, and just show your support if you want to see more content like this from me, just real mom to mom stuff. I'm going to be getting into different types of videos pretty soon after we move. We're kind of in a transition. We're going to be moving into a new place. So after we kind of get through that whole transition, I'll be putting out haul videos. I will be putting out, organization hacks and like DIY home decor hacks and nursery hacks and just all the above. So I'll be getting into lots of fun stuff pretty soon. So if you want to stay tuned and watch those videos, please subscribe. And other than that, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye.